Oof. Guys. Audio issues, man. Killing me. Oh my god. Today is just not my day. Now I'm rolling over stuff. What? Plastic. What are you doing? You know, just not having a good day. Okay? Just not having a good day. And I have to redo the final part because all the audio's messed up because of Windows update. Because of course they did. Okay? So I'm just gonna go in and try and re-experience it. To be fair, the first time around I wasn't having a good time with it today. And I can streamline it a bit for the yeah, I'll just redo that one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna play as me. So now I know everything, okay, because fucking game, you know. But I'm just gonna double check if I have to get the collectibles again. I did get like 7 out of 10 of them. And I think I know where one of them is. But so we'll at least get the one I'm missing. I don't think you have to collect them again though. No, yeah, I see there was one here. Let's go. Okay, the Institute. This is gonna be the final part. And at the end, I'll go over my final thoughts on the series and on this game particularly, and the things that I think it didn't do terrifically well with, and the things I think it did really well with. There is, I'm not gonna lie, I have some gripes. and it's this final chapter I have the gripes with, so. You'll probably see why, and I'll probably point it out as we go through it. I am cute. So one collectible was this way, I think, but we don't need to go there, so it's fine. Just for anyone who might be playing along and watching, and then later on wants to know where they should look, go that way. Good atmosphere in this part. Oh yeah, so the issue was that, right? Shoot that. Yeah. First of all, okay, Jumanji plant right there. Jumanji. Okay, the original Jumanji film. That's exactly what that plant is. And second, the issue I was having is when Windows updates, and I don't know why it does this, and I say it every time to not do this, it changed all of my audio settings back to the defaults it would be for a PC. So just like generic microphone, generic capture of audio. So instead of recording the game audio and my mic audio, it recorded... I don't even know where the microphone that it used would be. Honestly, maybe the camera? Or maybe the webcam? Maybe it put the webcam because that's a combined one. The art cam that I have set up so I can do top downs. Maybe it used that, got both of it from there, all the audios from there, and was just like, yeah, you know what? We're giving you this audio. So the audio sounded horrible. There was no game audio or anything. So now we're just here. We're here like this, and this is what we're gonna deal with, and it's fine. it is what it is, and it's fine. I'm not amused though. Okay, wait till it opens. Now, shoot. Thank you. Yeah, also this mechanic about shimmying along the pipe has not been in the entire game. It was just only for that one bit. There was a collectible guy here, a ghost person, one of them ghost children, kind of like the glitchy people, the static people from the last game. Also, I'm not friends with the bird-faced boy at the moment. The bird-faced boy can go fuck himself. He's really annoyed me in the last hour. In the last hour, his AI has been terrible in this final part, and it really drove me a bit crazy. He just doesn't do the things that he's meant to do right now. It's okay, they're blind. It's okay, I know what I'm doing. They're blind. Okay, we're through. He does that. I go... Whoops, not like that. I go like this. And then I'm like, whoa! Look at him go! I actually have to keep one ear out because the door is going to go. That's so cool. That's so cool. I think it looks like a snake. But it's a foot! But people are going to be like, oh god, yeah, big foot. Delicious. Was this the collectible room? Yeah, this room. I don't think I actually found anything. Oh no, there was a doll here. Collectible. Then we go follow the foot. If you go here, but you don't go too far out, there's a creepy child on a chair, which feels like it's meant to mean something. But I'm not really sure what. 6? I don't think so. Doesn't look like that. Like, I recorded for like an hour and a half as well, so I'm really annoyed because it's thrown my entire day out of like alignment. Come on. Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Obviously, I'm not spoiling the end of the game. It's not your fault that my setup went bad. It's Windows' fault. Okay. Ruining our experience. Windows. Does it every time as well. And I need like to set the reminder on a calendar or something to say, you know what? Yeah. That's the yeah. It's Windows update time. You should probably double check everything. It's really annoying though. I think I can get through this in like half an hour though. Now that I know what I'm like doing and I've done all the exploring that I probably want to do for now. Go this way. None of this is important, but also hopscotch. Yeah, I said I used to be really good at hopscotch when I was a child. Then my my ankles got worse as I got older. Now I just remember being good at things. This room fully fucking got me for like a good 20 minutes. I was like, what the fuck am I meant to do? But there's a vent up there where I was just jumping and I just couldn't see it. I don't know what it was with me. I just couldn't see it. Yeah, we're in. Oh look, it's the room. It's the room from the cutscenes. Come here. Let's get whatever's in here. That's not how a bin works, but okay. What's wrong? Yes, it's me. I know you love me. Yeah, I know, cooler. Don't make a shrine to me. So apparently, the trophy that popped was called True Sight at this point. So this is apparently what the world actually looks like. Like, through the doll. Like, ooh, nice and colourful, but in this world, not good. So it's out of here. You're not my doll. So it's either this doll is showing us the past before everything got fucked up. Oh, the train's really cool. Look, it disappears. Yeah. I don't know. It's either the past or it's showing us a real other dimension, you know? I'm messing it up now. That bear's... Stop it! That bear's leg is freaking... Why do I keep dropping it? What? Go. There you go. He's through. I will 100% point out where he's doing it already. Where the other kid has annoyed me. Okay. It was here, but it's in a minute. Illuminati. We go through here. We do this. He wouldn't do that for me earlier. Really annoyed. Really annoyed me. And then he grabs this. And this became a whole issue. He grabs that because you have to hold the doll to progress this section. And he doesn't put it down unless he has to. Okay? Now bear that in mind. So he has to put it down here, which he refused to do for a while. So that I can pull the switch again. He's playing nice this time. Then he grabs the thing again. Yeah. Then we go through here. Now, he needs to throw it through this window. And things went wrong last time. Alright, he did it this time. Last time, it got stuck. Like, it wouldn't go past where my character's standing right now. And I was there for like a good 15 minutes of him not being able to get through it. Also, for collectibles as well, use the doll and go all the way back up that middle corridor. All the way towards the camera. And you'll find a room there for a doll. So he really annoyed me there. Like, really annoyed me. Like, I was ready to rage at that point. I was like, oh my god. I had to restart the checkpoint like 5 times. I'm steering away from what all of this suggests, by the way, just until we get to the end. Because I don't want to give it away too early, obviously. For those watching the series, I don't want to ruin it, just because the audio went bad. Okay. So then we go this way. And we can squeeze through this gap. Oh, here he comes. Thing. Run. Alright. So, I was talking about this while I played this. That whole sequence there where the music kicked in and the hand came after you made it feel like it was a chase sequence. But I ran in and ran straight across because like chase sequence, clearly. And it wants you to hide. And I don't think that really telegraphs very well to the audience. At all. Like, your audio's not matching up with the gameplay. Is what I'm saying, I think. To the people who make this game. Also, when you turn a corner, and they do this a lot, throughout the entire game they've done this a lot, the camera doesn't catch up with you fast enough, so you don't know you need to, like, run towards the camera. And the enemy tends to get you quite a lot very easily. Yep. Okay, we're in. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Go on. I'll take your eyes. Yes, your Pan's Labyrinth eyes. Let's go. We have to fly through here. Not physically, but mentally. We do. I'm expecting a delivery. Okay, and as much as it might seem like you want to go back towards them doors for anyone else playing, don't do it, because you'll just die from the spores. There's nothing there. It just looks like there is something there. I think there was a ghost character here. It's literally just me going on a tour. Also, this room, doesn't it look like a room from the first game with pictures and stairs? And I realized why a lot of this stuff keeps reminding me of other locations. And I think I cracked it. I think they're reusing level layouts. Only in certain bits, like rooms, they're reusing room assets. And that's absolutely fine. For sure. I'm on board for that. You're 3 games deep now. The only thing I have is if you're going to do that, you have to make it look aesthetically quite different so that people don't get that like uncanny vibe to it. This room that I'm thinking of, I'm not spoiling, but if you watch the series, you know which room I'm talking about. It's in the first game. Was a room with stairs and paintings and pictures. Literally the only thing in the room. I think there was a clock as well, but there's no clock here now. And there is even a door here. You know, and you could have made this a little bit more like throw vines everywhere, you know, or get rid of this banister or something like that, make it look a little bit more messed up. And I don't think anyone would be able to tell, but quite a few locations in this game have had that uncanny kind of vibe. You ready to see someone get Jumanji'd? Thank you. All the tension's gone out of this series now because I know everything that's gonna happen because I've just played this. But it's still fun. It is still fun. And it's fun to just deconstruct it a little bit. Need to go and do this, which opens this gate, which is where we left the doll. Somehow this is where we left the doll. Yeah, this is that room. Cool. I do really like that effect. Like like that effect right there. There's nothing beneath us, but we're stood on like a memory. I really like that. Can't go in any of these doors. Can't go in any of these doors. I can go in that one. Oh yeah, this is how I was saying. What a lovely. Oh, get back here, doll. What a lovely room versus literally my room. Okay, and if you don't bring the doll in, this floor isn't here, so you have to. Just remember that. You do have to. Okay, we drop it here, and then we go loop. We go this way. We do a heckin' sneaky. I reckon that there is probably a doll in this room. Honestly, I didn't look around, but I reckon this is a doll room. Just somewhere in the background or something. Okay, and woo! Go the way of companion cube. Okay, let's go. I like the whole overgrown thing as well. Those boots are made for walking. It isn't what they do though. One of those days those boots are gonna fall for you. Oh, cool moment guys. You know you wanted him to. Because I wanted him to. Yep, just like, yeah, there we go. That's how it's meant to be. It is unusual that he does that. Like, why would he do that? Why would he help us? Bigfoot man. Ooh, I'm alive. Yeah, let me go first. It's fine, kid. You know, I'm not just like your little test guinea pig. And his arms are so long, or his legs are so long, or his neck is so long. Do you reckon they're all related? All of the enemies? Because they all have longness to them. Come on. Come on. I'm looking forward to going into the one hole I never went into. Because I took a wrong turn and progressed. Run. Let go. Oh, jowls, man. Nice. My eye! My eye! Not my other eye! Let's go. It's like, just remember this candle, okay? And I'm going to talk about it at the end. I have things that I discussed, and now I have to rediscuss them. But there's a few things with this game that I'm not very pleased with. But James's scathing review. Stick around till the end. Okay. I think it's very nice. It's a nice looking game. This way. Oh yeah, he has to hold it down. Was there anything over here? I don't know if I actually checked down this hall. Oh, just a gate. Can't do anything with a gate. Lego. And then I forgot to let him through. Last time I just walked off and I was like, ah, why does he keep saying hey? And I was like, ah, okay, I'll come back. There you go. He's in. He's here. He's queer. He's used to it. Right. And then he wouldn't do this for me last time either. This is a fairly long elevator, just so everyone's aware. So I'm going to just have a nice little drink. You know, it's nice when I've already played the game. I'm going to relax and be like, yep, plot point is coming, you know. Essentially, right now, what's happening is I'm racing the Amazon man who's about to deliver my package. I'm trying to finish before my package gets here. I don't like him, by the way. He's not getting an elevator kiss this time. No. No. He keeps thinking he's better than me. Just because he's in all the cutscenes. Making me do all the heavy lifting. He hangs around on a switch. Oh. He pulls a string. I have to fucking wield a massive thing. Okay, I didn't go through this hole. And this hole gives me... What's that? Is that a key? The fuck would I need a key for? And a doll? I didn't see anywhere I'd need a key. Did I? Excuse me? Excuse me? Was there something back here that needed a key? There was nothing upstairs that needed a key, right? What the fuck's this key for? Yeah. But I know... Wasn't a key this way, was that? Ah, I didn't do this door either then. What's in here? Another collectible? Oh, ghost child. See, ghost child. Institutionalized. That was the last one I needed, apparently. The kids aren't alright. It's a good song. This bed isn't as dusty as the other beds in these games. In here. Light, kids, articles. Cage? No. A shelf. A cage. It's a cage. Let's go. Oh wait, whoa. Excuse me, do you have anything I can hold? Yeah. Trying to get one around me. What's that? Come on. I could do better than that. Nice. Can I do anything here? Why would I want the light on though? This just raises more questions. And now I'm stuck. Great. There we go. Can I do anything over here? No? Weird. I'm glad I turned the light on for them. Let's go. Let's be done with this shit. I'm really, you know what? I'm like aggressively upset about the audio issue. I'm really annoyed that happened because that happened a while back as well with something else that I recorded. I can't remember what it was now. But the fact that that happened on a finale as well, because this is the last part for the Little Nightmares series, really bothered me. It really bothered me, especially because of other things that are going on behind the scenes. So I'm just, you know, trying to plow through. Be happy with it. Insane. I also don't really understand this bit. Like, why is this? It's like weirdly cinematic. Because I was like, that's not the end of the game, right? It feels like the end of the game for no apparent reason. And then it's like, no, it's not the end of the game, by the way. Okay. Number 1331. Is that how many children there's been? Oh. Oh. Okay. Bye then. This is very reminiscent of the second game. Yeah, like that type of turn right there. If you didn't know that turn was coming. What's the other way? I never got to look. Nothing. if you don't know that turn's coming before the camera angle changes, there's no way you can really escape it. Ugh, Jowl Man! I'm scared of aging skin. Please leave me alone. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm busy. No, leave me alone. Stop feeling for me. And we're through. And now it's my turn. I love that ripple effect. Love that. I love this. This is a really cool shot. Yeah. Bye then. Hey, mirror. Right. Okay. Just gonna have it. Maybe the last doll I need is like in here. I don't think it is. I don't think there is a doll in this room. Yep. No, no, I can't. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. I do, because I've seen the end. But you don't understand. We cannot go through that mirror. Right. So this boss fight is bullshit, just so you're aware. It's absolute bullshit. It's not, it's an actually decent boss fight as a boss fight goes. Also, watch this. I figured out, you don't actually, oh my god, it didn't work this time. It worked last time. You can hit it if you don't like, I managed to hit it without taking the board off before. And it like saved me some time. And I was like, speedrun strat. Definitely possible, just so everyone's aware. 100% is possible. I don't know what I did though to make it possible. Yeah, so this boss fight is tricky. Because unless you know, and I know because I've had to redo this like 7 times, where to move to next. The game doesn't tell you. And again, I talked about this a little bit earlier even in this part. It doesn't telegraph very well. It makes you rely upon the other player. But I don't have another player. I'm playing with the AI, you know. And it's just... It's not particularly great. Like, unless I'm just hugging him. And then even if I am hugging him, sometimes a piece of debris will just accidentally hit me or something. And it just kills me and you have to redo it a bunch of times. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Oh. Okay, and this comes down. Then I need you to do shoot. There you go. Like, what? Okay, you know, it's bullshit. And I know how to do the boss. It's just sometimes it doesn't grab an edge perfectly. And like, why does it light? It lights up where things are gonna fall. It doesn't light up where you should go to. And I would have liked it to be the other way around, because it doesn't really make sense. This makes sense because it's showing you, go and do this over here. You see him do it? He did that a bunch of times as well. He just walks into the plank and he didn't grab the plank, and that killed me a few times. I don't know. I feel like, and I'll talk about it at the end, but I feel like some things are better with a person, you know? Okay. Still a very cool visual and stuff, and I have no, like, issue with that. The boss itself isn't too bad, but, like... I don't know. I don't know what to say about it, really. At this point, while we're in it, I don't know what to say about it. Afterwards, I'll have some words. But... And this bit... Shoot him in his third eye. Okay, we fall. Hef. Yay. Drop him! Drop him! Get rid of him! I hit his face. His AI is bad. Come on, he doesn't deserve to live. No, it's okay. We love him. It's cute. So, at this point, I would think you should probably understand. I don't think this is actually really happening. I think he's just in the Institute imagining it all. We are just an imaginary friend. That's why he has a doll of us. All our adventures, I think, are depicted in these pieces of paper. And then, there we are. We are the doll. He sees us as a person, but we are just a doll because he's got no one else. Very sad. Yeah. I think that's what it implies a bit. Well, not implies, I think it directly tells you that, pretty much. He's just imagining escaping. Yeah, and they're together, and it's nice, and his mask came off, but my mask didn't come off, and I was like, what, so I don't even deserve a face? Is that what you're telling me? I might be imaginary, but come on. But then, like, is this it can't actually be happening. This must be them writing the story, you know, drawing what part of the adventure is next in the actual bed. Oh, is it? You know? Also, finger twitches. I called that out in the last game. There wasn't enough finger twitches, and now there was one big finger twitch. Mirror survived. And less ago. Yeah. I think she knows she's imaginary, right? So she can't... If she goes through that mirror, does she have a form? Will she become the doll? What will happen? Will she just manifest? No. It'll just spit her back out. You don't belong there. Worlds apart. Yep. Yeah. You don't exist. And that little map was just a map to the, like, live together happy ever after. That's really sad. It is really sad. We aren't really... We weren't ever really a person. And he went back to, I assume, the real world, which means he just doesn't, like, our character doesn't exist there. Now, about my scathing review. So this game, as a standalone, very good. Like, you know, if this wasn't under the Little Nightmares moniker, I would actually have really enjoyed it. But the issue here is it was Little Nightmares 3. Yeah, it was the third installment of Little Nightmares. And the main character of Little Nightmares, for me, and I think for a lot of people, is the little yellow coated demon. Okay? This game had nothing to do, absolutely zero to do with the other games. And the only way it could have maybe is like subtle nods to it in the background. You know, like these locations are very similar. Ooh, is that Japanese architecture on top of that big metal structure? Could that be a link? You know? Like none of that was said. None of that was shown. None of that was involved in the story at all. And usually, in the last two games, minor spoilers for the last two games, it was very focused around Six as a character, you know, her story arc. And I would have loved to have seen, and maybe we will in the DLC, maybe it'll link in a bit more, but I would have loved to see something. And they kept this, remember when I said, remember that candle? Yeah, earlier, remember when I said that? Remember that candle? That candle is only there to make you think, hey, that looks like the candle from the first game. That's literally all that candle is for. There's no other reason for that specific type of candle to be there, because that candle didn't fucking appear anywhere else. Okay. And they did it with a few things. Like, in Chapter 3. In Chapter 3, you could find the lady figurines and the gnomes. But, like, why? Why? The lady's not even in this game. The lady hasn't been in any other game besides the first one. You know? Like, that doesn't make sense. This game had nothing to do with that. And if you're going to throw them things in, at least make it so it's like at least a bigger connection. And the only way I can see that being a bigger connection is saying that that location was the same location. And that's why them things are around, you know, in that chapter. And then there's bigger questions like, if we're going through his psyche, which I think each mirror was, he kept going through his psyche to get back to the good world, you know? Like, how deep were we in his psyche? And if that's at the top and that's the closest to the real world, how bad is the real world? And then that throws into, like, question the whole truthfulness behind the series. I know it's called Little Nightmares and stuff like that, but the world is inherently creepy in these games. And now if they're saying, no, actually the real world's actually quite chill, but it's just how they're perceiving the world. I don't know if I like that. Personally, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that as a story structure for them to follow. And if they were to follow that, I would like them to have did a different franchise to build that off of. If they wanted to do a story about two kids having an emotional journey, realizing that one was imaginary at the end or something, they could have made a series just called Lone Alone. You know, a standoff game. Doesn't have to have anything to do with Little Nightmares. And the only reason they've thrown it into a Little Nightmares game, in my opinion, is because they knew it would sell with the name attached. And I don't think they had faith in it to sell as a game that wasn't associated with it. But this didn't, to me, this didn't read as a Little Nightmares game. The only thing that had it going for it were it was the style. To link it to Little Nightmares, the only thing is small child. That's the only thing that links it to Little Nightmares. The art style and the fact that they're tiny children. But then you're looking at like things like Reanimal, the game that's being made by the people who made Little Nightmares. You know, that's its own thing. That's its own thing, and it looks really good. And we're gonna play the demo on Wednesday, guys. But you know, that's not like, why wouldn't you just do that with this? And then let us have like a game that focuses more on the character we already know and want to see more of. And like where was everyone? The AI really pissed me off. Okay, strong language, I know, but it did. It really annoyed me. And I think if you're going to make a game that has co-op in it, you should definitely iron out how it works for single player. And that AI needed work. He walked into walls. He took like 3 seconds to realize, oh, you're standing at point A. You're waiting for him to get to point B. Took him a while to react to the triangle, shoot your bow stuff. He walked into the planks, and you saw it in... I'm going to make sure I leave it in the edit. Okay. I actually probably won't even edit this because I have no fucking time. Okay. But... he walks into the plank, and he didn't grab the plank. And that small time delay, especially when the next bit is on a timer, can kill you, and that can't work. And it wasn't a bad AI, and for 90% of the game it was fine. But the fact that then the other points of the game it wasn't fine made it stand out that much more. You know, certain stuff like the chase sequences, when you come up from the left and your camera goes through a wall and you are expected to run towards the camera after the turn, yeah, it takes a while for the camera to jump into the next room, and in that moment the thing chasing you usually does an attack like that big punch that came through the doorway after you. And if you don't know you're already meant to turn, you won't turn. You'll just keep running straight and hit the wall, and then it'll kill you. And I don't know. I think they just need to pad. I don't want to be mean because I really love the games. I really did love all 3 of the games. Yeah. But I would argue this is the weakest of the 3. And putting it into context, I would say this as a standalone game, I would have gave it an 8. Just because if it was just something new, I would have gave it an 8 and gave it some like slight, you know, leeway, like you're trying something new and I really like it and stuff like that. But they said this is a Little Nightmares game, right? So I'm doing it as I would have done the other games. The other games I would have gave number 1 a 9, stood alone, good core control system. Enhanced edition made it more pretty, you know, more easier to play nowadays. Number 2, story was a little bit, but I liked what it went for. Good controls. It was fun with the hats and stuff. I would have gave that an 8, solid 8. You know, not as good as the first, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And then this one, honestly, and I don't like using this term, felt like a money grab. And I'm sorry, but I think this is a 6. Because it doesn't even link into the other games. Gameplay, absolutely fine. You know, nothing revolutionary. It just feels like you threw the control system on some random characters. It feels like it had nothing to do and you didn't really know what to do next. Or you just wanted something... Or you're thinking about working on Little Nightmares 4 already and you're just like, we just need some money to float it, you know? And maybe 4 will be like, whoa, oh my god, this is what it should have been all along. But why wouldn't you just make a standalone to fund, you know? I don't know. But the franchise as a whole, I think it has had a knock-on effect. My idea after playing 2 was like, wow, these games are amazing. Yeah, I love this franchise. Oh wow, I would say this knocked it down a point for me. Where it would have been a good 9 out of 10 franchise, 1, 2, and 3, but like, I would now put this at an 8. It's knocked it down a full point for me. It's like just the idea of the franchise. I don't think this game belonged in that series, in this trilogy. I don't think this game even had any right to be in there. I think this game should have been its own thing. You could have just called it Alone. The characters are called Lo and Alone. And to not mention the other one would have literally lent itself to the story if you just titled the game Alone. Done. Forced, you know? It would have been fine, but it really annoyed me. And there was just certain stuff that really annoyed me. It felt like rehashes of old bosses that you'd already used. I don't I don't even know. It's like, and then they just kept throwing the eye everywhere, and the eye used to mean certain stuff, like, oh, creepy, the big bad and stuff. But now it's just fucking everywhere. And like, this game, it was just like, oh, so we have this like thing, this stamp that we can just put anywhere, and it didn't make any sense. None of it made sense, and not in the fun, what does it mean way, but like in a, I know what this means, but compared to the rest of your series, this was the loose thread, okay? But anyway, what do you guys think? Personally, I think this could have been a lot better. I think this shouldn't have been a Little Nightmares game. I think this should have been a standalone game that wasn't, you know, Little Nightmares. There is a little cutscene at the end. Just, you know, to make us that much more uneasy about this game. Oh, wow. Just an overgrown area. Wow. The nice world, I assume. So he came through the mirror and then she didn't arrive and now he's sad, right? Like, but we were meant to be here together. Yeah, no going back. Oh. Okay. Technically, I won. I won the race against the Amazon man. Technically, he arrived as I was talking shit in the credits. So I won. Okay. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I just don't think this was all it could have been, and it really upsets me that it wasn't. You know, also quite upsetting that it was 4 chapters, whereas both the other game were like 5. You know, and like, why have an extra one that's only for an expansion pack? That also makes me feel like it's a money grab. Like, you've already built it into your menu before it's even like, you know, out. That's weird. That's a weird thing to do. I don't think that's me. I think that's everyone would think that's weird. To build that into your menu before you even launch it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. Let me know if you thought it was disappointing. And yeah, subscribe to be up to date on the newest game we play or art shorts that I post. This week we're going to be playing Reanimal's demo, and let's see if that impresses me more than this did, which I think it will. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.